After 50 Cent went live on the internet and leaked private high-definition security footage of Rick Ross literally pleading with legendary boxer Floyd Mayweather to purchase thousands of copies of his failed album, the entire hip-hop and sports entertainment industry just experienced an 8-figure explosion. Curtis Jackson peeled back the curtain to reveal the self-described largest boss, in a state of complete financial disaster in what is already being called the most humiliating career-ending visual expose in contemporary celebrity history. Millions of fans worldwide were devastated to hear and witness William Roberts urgently imploring Floyd inside a secret Las Vegas VIP suite to sign a multi-million-dollar boat purchase check in order to artificially increase his catastrophic record low chart numbers. The whole Maybach Music Group business is in a state of frantic emergency after the mirage of autonomous billionaire prestige was destroyed on 4K video. The frenzied backstage altercations, the covert surveillance recordings, and Floyd Mayweather's impending legal counterattack demonstrate that this multi-million-dollar conflict has just reached the point of no return. So stay tuned until the very end of the film. Examining the poisonous triangle of corporate rivalry, broken brotherhoods, and 15 years of insane psychological warfare linking 50 Cent, Floyd Money Mayweather, and Rick Ross is necessary to properly understand the seismic effect of this released video controversy. Curtis 50 Cent Jackson has been the uncontested heavyweight champion of vicious celebrity trolling and deliberate public damage for more than 15 years. Since their epic feud began in 2009, 50 Cent has dedicated his life to methodically destroying Rick Ross's well-crafted big boss reputation. Through his record company, Maybach Music Group, Rick Ross projected an impenetrable aura of private planes, 100-room mansions, and limitless financial reserves, presenting himself for years as the epitome of street opulence. Every time Ross released an album, he vividly depicted corporate domination and boundless cartel riches. But the truth behind the scenes revealed a quite different picture. MMG's commercial progress met a harsh brick wall when the business completely transitioned to algorithmic streaming and physical sales dropped. Millions of dollars in label capital started to be depleted by high-profile artist exits, catastrophic legal disputes, and poor album launch metrics. According to reports, Ross's previous studio albums were selling less than 8,000 pure units countrywide, resulting in disastrous first-week sales declines. Distribution partners were reportedly threatening to freeze promotional spending until Ross could demonstrate real business demand, according to industry sources. In the meanwhile, 50 Cent and Floyd Mayweather had an equally combustible past. Their multi-million-dollar falling out in 2012 gave rise to one of the most nasty, protracted online feuds in sports history. They were once inseparable business partners who flaunted millions of dollars together throughout Las Vegas and New York. For years, 50 Cent made fun of Mayweather's business savvy, reading prowess, and extravagant spending patterns. Despite their apparent animosity, Mayweather was secretly seeking to diversify his enormous wealth into assets related to urban, regularly holding private listening sessions and accepting investment proposals from prominent entertainers in need of quick cash. Rick Ross sought out the one man on the globe notorious for spending millions of dollars on a whim because he was facing the ultimate humiliation of a complete commercial failure that might ruin his brand agreements and cause distribution defaults. Mayweather, Floyd Money. Ross thought he could artificially save his chart position, trick Billboard, and maintain the appearance of his untouchable tycoon status if he could get Mayweather to carry out a big corporate bulk buy of digital and physical album bundles through the Money Team's secret syndicate. Rick Ross had no idea that high-definition private security cameras were watching the exclusive VIP meeting inside a posh hotel in Las Vegas. 50 Cent intercepted the sensitive security papers using his extensive private intelligence network and high-level business ties in Las Vegas. In order to release the film and permanently ruin Rick Ross's career, 50 Cent waited on the clip, waiting for the precise moment of greatest vulnerability. At 12:45 a.m., the explosion took place. The M. In less than 90 seconds, 50 Cent's unplanned encrypted live feed from the penthouse apartment of his opulent high-rise attracted over 600,000 people in Eastern Standard Time. 50 Cent drank a drink of expensive champagne, looked straight into the camera with a cold, predatory smile, and unleashed total pandemonium on the culture while surrounded by enormous wall-mounted monitors. He assured the crowd that the self-described boss was devastated and that what was on his screens would make earlier disclosures seem insignificant. He said that in order to avoid being dropped by his distributor, Ross took a commercial aircraft to Vegas, entered Floyd's VIP room, and virtually begged the champion to purchase 200,000 copies of his CD. 50 Cent played the uncut, time-stamped 4K security footage straight into the screen with a single press of a remote. The video was quite embarrassing. Rick Ross was shown in the video sitting opposite from Floyd Mayweather in an opulent private suite in Las Vegas. He was plainly perspiring, moving erratically, and making frantic hand gestures. William Roberts begged Floyd to write a check that same evening, and the high-definition audio captured his voice in excruciating, crystal-clear detail. Ross warned that his corporate brand relationships would end right away if he charted fewer than 10,000 copies, explaining on tape that his first-week figures were going to be a complete business disaster. He pled with peers to save the launch so Curtis wouldn't go online and make fun of him, asking Floyd to use the Money Team marketing fund for the purchase as promotional costs for a future exhibition bout. With a clearly uncomfortable and sympathetic expression, Floyd Mayweather slumped back on the couch in total quiet, shaking his head and fiddling with his diamond chains. Mayweather strongly said that he invests in profitable assets rather than charitable endeavors, bluntly responding that as a businessman, he does not purchase that does not sell. In the video, Ross was seen completely defeated and putting his face in his hands. With a booming, insane laugh that rocked the audience, 50 Cent stopped the video, made fun of Ross for pleading for spare change in hotel rooms, and warned that the second half of the leak was far worse. The internet went into an uncontrolled state of shock as the feed abruptly stopped. Then followed the first disastrous turn of events that transformed this online humiliation into a perilous face-to-face altercation. 30 minutes after 50 Cent's event ended, video that had been released from outside a posh Miami recording studio showed members of Rick Ross's security detail violently attacking an independent filmmaker and destroying street cameras. The security contractor who reportedly provided 50 Cent the surveillance videos was being hunted for by Ross's crew. The digital disgrace was no longer the only consequence of the breach. It proved that Ross's closest operations were totally compromised and set off a full-scale paranoid witch hunt inside his inner group. Hours after the surveillance film went viral on hip-hop websites and encrypted channels, hashtags like #50leakthetape, #RickRossBeggingFloyd, and surged on X, TikTok, and YouTube, reaching over 80 million impressions before dawn. Every major urban media outlet, hip-hop response channel, and sports podcast began airing emergency broadcasts that scrutinized every hand gesture, micro-expression, and desperate moment caught on that hotel film. 3:30 a.m. The M. From the passenger seat of an armored luxury car, Rick Ross started an emergency Instagram live session at Eastern Standard Time. Ross tried to do emergency damage control, looking obviously worn out, with bloodshot eyes and a voice trembling with extreme wrath. He yelled over the phone that Curtis had paid hackers to splice film from a private real estate investment presentation and overlay fictitious language, saying that the video was entirely altered. Ross claimed he had never solicited another guy for $1 in his life and asserted that he and Floyd were genuinely talking about buying a $50 million luxury hotel in Dubai. Because his own television endeavors are failing, he referred to 50 Cent as an obsessive, resentful psychopath who spends all of his time observing other men. Ross screamed angrily, but the public quickly dismantled his case. Viewers noted that the dates displayed on the room's TV displays exactly matched the week of Ross's disastrous record release, and the lip-syncing in the 4K video perfectly matched the acoustic waves. The second shocking revelation followed, turning the incident into a multi-million-dollar disaster for Floyd Mayweather. 6 o'clock a.m. The M. Floyd Mayweather's private security management secretly recorded the encounter as an unauthorized solicitation incident after Rick Ross refused to leave the suite until Mayweather considered the urgent purchase. According to a confidential incident report released by a well-known Las Vegas hospitality and gaming insider Eastern Standard Time. Even worse, Mayweather's staff had covertly given the room's surveillance data to business auditors looking into unapproved third-party investments, according to the leaked log. 50 Cent took advantage of the revelation right away by sharing a humorous meme of Rick Ross carrying a sign that said, "We'll rap for album sales," while standing on a street corner in Vegas. Floyd Mayweather Cash App. The boss was clinging to the door frame and pleading for help, so security had to pull him out of the apartment, according to the description. The humiliation was total, indisputable, and spreading like wildfire over the world. Within minutes of the morning news cycle, the aftermath from 50 Cent's release of that private surveillance footage utterly split the sports world, urban radio, and social media into yelling, violent arguments. As fans, executives, and analysts struggled with the bizarre image of Rick Ross begging Floyd Mayweather, over 100 million impressions flooded global channels. Hip-hop analysis sites, meme channels, and general rap fans viewed the leak as the last blow to Rick Ross's illustrious career on one side of the digital conflict. 20 years of unwavering big boss luxury legend were broken for millions of devoted listeners when they saw William Roberts lowering his head in shame on clear 4K CCTV film. It was dubbed the most devastating visual takedown in rap history by social media accounts, which noted that Ross will never again be able to comfortably brag about fancy airplanes, endless bank vaults, or street untouchability. Commentators compared the denial to a vicious, career-ending knockdown in the middle of the ring, reveling in Mayweather's blatant coldness in informing Ross directly that he does not invest in charitable endeavors. On the other hand, 50 Cent's viral success was fiercely opposed by a devoted and protective group of MMG fans, Southern hip-hop purists, and independent activists. They contended that trying to bargain for large promotional purchases is a common practice in both the pop and urban sectors. Supporters of Ross maintained that he was only attempting to hustle and take advantage of high-level connections in order to navigate a streaming economy that is becoming more and more dysfunctional and frequently undervalues classic artists. This group called the distribution of private hotel surveillance film cowardly and immoral corporate espionage and denounced 50 Cent and the Las Vegas hotel security personnel for weaponizing private, closed-door business conversations. The topic swiftly beyond social media timelines and took over national sports debate shows and mainstream television giants like The Breakfast Club. The topic of whether an artist's brand equity can ever fully recover after their basic identity is visibly exposed as a desperate facade was the subject of intense, high-voltage debates between hosts and guest financial analysts. Prominent lawyers mentioned on the air that Maybach Music Group's prospective endorsement contracts were already being reviewed by large corporate sponsors, international festival organizers, and beverage distribution partners, all of whom were afraid of the poisonous viral aftermath. In the meantime, hundreds of millions of people viewed memes on TikTok and Instagram that made fun of Floyd Mayweather as an unsatisfied record boss who rejected Rick Ross's songs. 50 Cent changed his profile photo to a fictitious business emblem designating himself as the executive director of MMG Career Services while keeping the pressure cooker at full heat. The whole entertainment industry remained utterly immobilized, divided between astonished astonishment at the complete public fall of a renowned rap enterprise and hysterical amusement at the unrelenting disdain. A last, mind-bending twist surfaced from a private airfield in Las Vegas, threatening to convert this issue into an all-out scorched earth legal war, just when everyone thought the situation could possibly be much more heated. 8:30 a.m. The Floyd Mayweather's main corporate litigation team filed a multi-million-dollar emergency cease and desist and federal preservation demand against Curtis 50 Cent Jackson, according to an emergency legal report from Eastern Standard Time. According to the draft lawsuit, corporate espionage, wiretap violations, and unlawful economic sabotage were committed when the hotel surveillance footage was unlawfully obtained from a private encrypted cloud server. Mayweather's legal team is threatening 50 Cent with a $50 million civil lawsuit and calling for an urgent federal order to remove all footage. But 50 Cent's crew retaliated with a nuclear threat of their own, broadcasting on social media at 9:45 a.m. A high-resolution preview of an encrypted digital video file titled Mayweather_Ross_undered_hour_Vegas_MOV was shared by Eastern Standard Time 50 Cent. Included a live 24-hour digital countdown timer with a terrifying ultimatum beneath the file preview. Floyd, go ahead and file the case. File it right now. I'm releasing the entire 60-minute uncut tape as soon as the federal paperwork is locked. In it, Ross admits to fabricating his vehicle collection, sobbing over his bank bills, and admitting to funding his entire lifestyle for tax write-offs. Champ, give me a try. Who is the first to go bankrupt? Now, on the brink of a precipice, the entire civilization is holding its breath. 50 Cent will broadcast the entire 60-minute film and reveal the world's darkest financial secrets of both empires if Floyd Mayweather pursues a federal case. Will 50 Cent click the button to release the most damaging celebrity recording in history, or will Mayweather back down to save his own business secrets? The pressure is building, the countdown is on, and the next 24 hours will permanently alter the entertainment industry. Without a sure, this has been the most startling, embarrassing, and dangerous celebrity video leak in the history of contemporary hip-hop and sports. I now want to hear directly from you, the YouTube community that is the most active and astute. Did 50 Cent breach an unwritten ethical boundary by disclosing private business dealings? Or did he deliver the ultimate cultural checkmate by releasing that private Las Vegas hotel footage? Or do you think Rick Ross is being honest about deepfake editing and digital manipulation? Or do you think the security tape that was released is really real? What do you think will happen if 50 Cent releases the entire 60-minute uncut master tape as promised by his countdown timer? Post your craziest hypotheses, legal forecasts, and unvarnished responses in the space provided for comments below. I will spend the entire day reading and responding to the greatest breakdowns in the comments. Press the like button right away if this emergency deep dive left you speechless. It aids the algorithm in promoting this inquiry to boxing and hip-hop enthusiasts worldwide. Don't forget to press the subscribe button and activate the notification bell immediately if you haven't already. We're following this high-stakes confrontation in real time across Miami and Las Vegas. We will release an exclusive emergency follow-up video that you won't want to miss the moment 50 Cent's countdown timer reaches 0, or the precise moment Floyd's attorneys file that lawsuit. I appreciate you watching, stay tuned, and I'll see you in the very next video.